Alright guys, it's time to put this conspiracy theory to rest. Is YouTube protecting sniperwolf? Well, the answer to that is like half and half, like probably yes at this point, and we got the proof now, or at least enough proof to where it's not full on, you know, Alex Jones levels of conspiracy and stuff. Like it's at the point where we can pretty much infer their stance, right? Okay, so we're gonna go into that real quick because YouTube actually responded to the controversy. All right, they actually did it. They had to do it, right? So what did they do? Did they rip monetization permanently from sniperwolf? No. Did they just kick her off the platform like they've done many other creators for much less? No. So what did Team YouTube do? Well, let's read it. Let's read it in our corporate speech. All right. So they replied to jacksfilms' original post on October 13 about sniperwolf doxing. So let's read. All right, let's read jacksfilms' tweet because we're under the impression that YouTube official has read this, right? This is a human being and not a bot, unless they've really super powered AI at this point to where it's like, oh, I'm an AI and I have a free will. God, I can't. When that happens, we're all fucked. I just hope you guys know that when that happens, it's over. It's over, bros. But yeah, let's read jacksfilms' tweet on October 13. He said, "Sniperwolf just doxed me on her Instagram. Creepy, gross, and violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. YouTube demonetizes dangerous creator or just get her off your platform. She posted an Instagram story right outside our home and deleted it." So that was the original tweet. Pretty much agree with everything here except for like the third part, which is again the stealing content, because I feel like that's a very bitch way of looking at it. I don't know. We'll look deeper into it. It's not about that. It's not about the quote-unquote stealing content thing. I think archive channels are more stealing of content, and even then, I don't give them as hard a time. Like, you know, meme, archiving, and like, you know, those anime top 10 channels, those are more stealing content. I'd say so. Anyway, moving on to YouTube's actual fucking response to this. They say, confirming sniperwolf has received a temporary is the key word, guys, all right? Temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Alright. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk and harm our community and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this combo to a better place. Where would that better place be if we're talking about a content creator that is a prominent content creator on your channel? Or not channel, but like your corporation, your website, YouTube. I don't know. See, this is a very stupid response, but it's a very corporate response. Whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and dissect this a little bit. Okay, so like I said, the key word here was temporary, so they didn't just flat out demonetize this bitch. Temporary meaning that she'll get it back eventually, which is fucking stupid. Alright, I don't want to be like one of those people that is like, oh, this is still YouTube protecting her. Conspiracy. No. Whoa, where the fuck did I go? That's your typical grifting dick licker. There you go. I can't words right now. But I gotta kind of have to agree with this at this point. Again, there's no solid proof that YouTube is defending her, but it would be stupid and asinine to not be able to read between the lines of what the fuck this is. Like, let me put it to you this way. And this is fact. These are all facts. YouTube demonetizes other creators for much less. Right? And again, let me put this in the most technical way possible, because there's still some of these weird defenders out there. I'll tell you one thing. One of these weird defenders, and I'm gonna put them on blast, is this guy named Vito. You know, if I was a professional YouTuber that wanted to be a grifter and look good on the internet for monkeys so that I can look good and powerful and get more money, I would say this guy's not a pedophile. This guy's a straight up fucking pedophile. I hate Vito. I personally, anybody that associates with Vito, I question you. He defends cuties. He makes all these weird fucking takes. He has these Freudian slips where he implies that he's a doesn't even imply it. He's just so, this guy is a literal pedophile. He's more a pedo than Vosh. Holy shit. But again, we have to abide by, like, okay, those are some very big coincidences and red flags, you know, that have happened like 30 fucking times. But we can't call this guy a pedo anyway, even though he advocates for borderline pedophilia sometimes. We can't call Vito a pedo. Anyway, this is one of the only idiots out there that's actually defending this. Go figure, a fucking pedophile is defending Sniper Wolf. Alright, cool. Well, Vito, this idiot here, he has the contrarian fucking stupid opinion that he's trying so hard, bro. This is like when he advocates for pedophilia. Look at this guy. Taking a picture of someone's house from a public street is perfectly legal, even if you post it on social media and say you want to talk. Glad you aren't banning her over this ridiculous community outrage. Okay, alright, look. Maybe if it wasn't Vito the pedo that was saying this shit, it'd be like, oh, just a typical contrarian schmuck, whatever, trying to be technical. Obviously doesn't give a shit about other humans' livelihoods and stuff. Probably assume that that is the case coming from this creature over here. But you get what I mean, right? This fucking literal fucking advocate for borderline pedophilia is defending her. So that's your defenders. Those are your defenders. Also, just straight up Sims, like actual fucking Sims. Those are the defenders, and that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if that's correct on a technical level, but just on a moral level, which again, I just wouldn't be surprised if this guy doesn't give a fuck about that. I think Vito opening his mouth about this annoys me. It should annoy you too, right? It should. But whatever, it is what it is. Back to the main topic. I'm sorry. I have to point out Vito the pedo defending Sniper, one of the only fucking stupid content creators out there, defending Sniper Wolf for whatever fucking reason. Blatantly trying to give her a weaselly way out. It's fucking ridiculous, mate. And it coming from that thing, that creature, makes it even fucking worse. Somehow I'm more angry at Vito being around, like existing, being an idiot, than I am with Team YouTube. So, creator responsibilities, off-platform actions put others at safety, blah, 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 corporate speak, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, that is what YouTube decided to go ahead and basically say, hey, look, we'll meet you halfway. We'll acknowledge that this happened because it is putting another person at risk. But again, I kind of got to go back to the Ant-Man fucking comparison, right? You demonetized straight. It wasn't even a temporary thing. Granted, you gave it back to him after, you know, the mob gathered together and fought the power, I guess, or he struck a deal with you or some shit. It was probably the latter. Point still stands. You demonetized that idiot for he didn't even show a house. He just said he was gonna go to these employers' places, right? It wasn't even as a threat. It was, if you want to read between the lines, it was a joke, clearly, but also, like, you gave the impression that you're not even allowed to joke about this shit, right? He didn't even show a house. Sniper Wolf straight up showed a fucking house. And you degenerates, all you fucking do is give her a slap on the wrist? You know, I don't like the Ant-Man, but, like, holy fucking shit. Like, compare him to Sniper Bitch? It's obviously Sniper Bitch was worse, and you gave the Ant-Man the worst side of the fucking deal. You literally demonetized this guy. How is your corruption not showing, right? It's fucking ridiculous. It's like when these e-celebs, they work their stupid little hierarchies and they want to pretend like we don't see it or whatever, you know? But we see it, and we see it here. But the behavior on both sides thing, I believe they said, that what I'm guessing they're saying is that I guess that they're trying to say that jacksfilms, by making multiple videos on this bitch, is bad behavior, which I mean would be their fucking harassment policy, I guess. Although that's what they said they got leafy for, but I don't think that was the case. I think that was another corrupt moment of YouTube. But whatever. So I guess they're not a fan of jacksfilms constantly making videos on this, but again, like, false equivalency is false equivalency, my dudes. Like, one is literally pulling up somebody's house, right? Now again, pulling up to somebody's house, basically saying you don't like this person because of this reason, and then showing their fucking house, alright? That's one. That's what sniperwolf did. And you only temper. You don't even delete her channel, bro. Man, I just can't get over the behavior on both sides part, because I don't recall, like, jacksfilms didn't show up at sniperwolf's house, right? That didn't happen. These people were fucking this corporate shit. This is, honestly, the more I look at it, this is the worst corporate defense I've seen. The wording is kind of like, they tried, but it's really, it's not good. Then there's some people like, for example, like Sargon of a fucking COD, right? Sargon of a COD got demonetized 4 years ago for a joke he made, right? Listen, you have literal cases where people have been demonetized for jokes. Meanwhile, this bitch pulling up to another guy's house, all right? That's okay. Fuck you. You know what? Fuck YouTube, bro. Fuck you. I love your blood money. I'll happily take it for as long as you guys don't want to get me off of here for bullshit reasons. Whatever. YouTube is a fucking piece of shit. It's a shithole. It's where everybody's gonna get their blood money, though. And it's, unfortunately, it's such a monopoly that it is pretty much the biggest platform, social media video sharing platform at this point, to where you can actually, well, the common person can get a free ticket to being a quote-unquote celebrity without having to go to Hollywood or any of that shit. So it's a fast way to fame, and it's a fast way to get money that you don't deserve. That's why, that's the enticement of YouTube. That's why everybody sticks around. That's why people that bitch about it all the time stick around, because it is easy money and an easy way to get fame, right? This is the trade-off. Right? We get a fucking incompetent fucking company, a shitty company that doesn't give a shit about any human being. They only give a shit about the money, which, again, go figure, corporation's gonna corporate. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge the trade-off. It gives random bums, right, the ability to be superstars for no fucking reason. What a fucking trade-off. What a fucked up trade-off, but it is what it is. YouTube's gonna YouTube. Bitches to the max. Fuck YouTube. It is for... It is not for the people. It is definitely not for the people. Anyway, guys, that's enough for this video. Sorry that I went off a little too much. It's a little too much, but had to be said. I'll talk to you in the next one. Have a good rest of your night or day, wherever the fuck you are. Peace out.